Hey guys, quick update, quick update. Listen, you see why Sarah and Lynch inviting these investors to come into Guyana? This is one of the reasons. I'm going to flip the camera so you can hear. These are Americans that who gave the news, but this is not broadcast on the mainstream. Why? Because it is obvious. They don't want the population to know what is going on. They don't want the world to know what's going on. So they hide these things for their selfish gain. So I'm going to flip the camera and you're going to hear for yourself what is going on with America's oil situation. And then you're going to see what Exxon is doing to us, even presently, because I don't think we are getting the price that we should get for the oil right now, because Russia, they place a cap on Russia for $60 per barrel, and Russia can get the same oil to sell in other parts of the world for $67. So you know Russia will Russia going to ease up sending the oil to the Europe and America and these places. At least because if it was me and I have my neighbor and I'm selling mango, my neighbor telling me, well, everybody you only pay you $100 for a bucket of mango. And my other neighbor telling me, well, hey, you're going to get $200. Big sense to the nonsense. I wouldn't sell the one who wanted for $100. I'm going to sell the one who paying $200. So I'm going to flip the camera and you're going to have a little bit of insight again, because I'm tuned into these things, and you know, usually I would have updates and so. So I'm going to flip the camera and play a clip on YouTube, and you can even subscribe to them and you can follow them and to get additional information about what is really going on in America with the war in Ukraine and Russia, what is behind the whole thing, why it is happening, about the BRICS situation. Shalom, shalom, sis. About the BRICS situation, the whole thing. So, what I want you to understand, the reason why Sarah and Lynch and this demon Trump, Donald Trump, that he impeached, I want to jail that because he's a criminal. Anyway, Biden and I are the next criminal too. But I will flip the camera now and show you one of the reasons why they're so interested in Guyana, why they want our oil, and they're not even giving us what is due us for oil. And Jagdio, Ali, Norton, Granger, none of them is saying nothing. Not one of these banners saying a thing. The man just sit back and just left it just like that. These chaps are they our leaders? Or are they man they say they just want to full them pocket? Now I know enough of y'all might vex with me and say, so why you gotta talk about Granger? So why you gotta talk about Norton? If them ain't doing what they're supposed to do, I gotta talk about them. If you want to hook up these nasty, rotten, stinking people y'all calling leaders, I'm sorry for you. Because at the end of the day, that was going on in Africa, if you don't know your history. It's Africans sell Africans to the white men. And that's how come we become enslaved, if y'all know y'all history. Why you feel Haiti is in the turmoil it always there right now. Haiti was the former kingdom of the Dahomey. Do your research. And they, along with 3 other nations in Africa, used to capture the Africans and sell them to the white man to put us in slavery. Yes, and I feel Nigeria is one of the nations. One of the other nations. I feel the same Nigeria before it became the Nigeria it is right now, because they attach some other nation state and call it Nigeria and all kind of say they forever is the white man puppet lapdog. Forever white man lapdog. Them same Nigerians though. And watch them see easy. Anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera so you guys can see. Okay.
This comes straight out of the mouth of the White House economic team, and yet the mainstream media is pretty much ignoring the story because they don't want it to hurt the Biden administration and Democrats in the upcoming weeks. So the White House economic advisor, Brian Diaz, says we are facing a diesel shortage. Epic Times did cover this story. Here's the headline. It says, the U.S. only has 25 days of diesel supply. Shortage could cripple economy. Now recall that there will be less fuel in circulation starting November 1st, because that's what OPEC Plus voted on. So energy is hard to come by these days. You can't just turn on the tap and it comes. The whole global supply chain.
Actually, you could turn on the tap and it would come if you would allow it to.
Yeah.
You wouldn't shut down a Keystone pipeline and allow drilling to take place and actually not sanction Russia. You could turn. Oh, and also don't blow up the tap, like in the case of Nord Stream.
Yeah, all of those things. Yeah, you're right. You could do that if you.
Yes, guys, you heard that. Now, when you're talking about blowing up the pipe of the Nord Stream, guess what America did? They sent in their agents, blow up the pipe that was coming from Russia to Europe. And then Europe now got to buy the same natural gas at 3, some places 4, and even some places 7 times the prices. Europeans got to pay for the same natural gas they were getting from Russia. Y'all feel these people easy? Now I want y'all pay keen attention. Who is going to feel the heat? Because remember, it is September month according to the Gregorian calendar. It is almost to the ending of the month of Elul. This is according to the Hebrew. Just now we're going over to the month of Teshri. Rosh Hashanah is right around the corner. I think it's the 15th of this same month here. It's Rosh Hashanah. The place will get cold. Europe will get cold. And they need that same natural gas to keep the place warm. So, they punishing the own matty white people like them own self. What do you think them people is going to do with brown skin people like me and you? Tell me, no, man, what do you think they're going to do? You feel these people care? Do you think these people care? They don't. All they do, and it's rich elite, I think about some statistic has it as 1%. 1% versus the 99% poor. They are doing that to the own matty that look just like them. They don't care. Because as long as their pocket fat, they're good. To hell with the rest of people because they don't care about you. So, our oil should be more expensive because the demand is more high. There's a higher demand. But are you hearing Jagdio or Norton or Ali or Granger, any one of them talking about these things? No, they're not. Like I said before, none of them can say a word unless the white man say. If the white man say, them can't say. None of them could say a word without the white man saying, well, here what nobody I could say. I look at a video that critics made with Jagdio. The person sound like an Indian person on the call. The person say, here, this ring fencing thing causing these enough money according to Glenn Lal, you could have, each home could have received I think it's $1 million a month. Because of the ring fencing, the lack of ring fencing, we can't get this $1 million. Now I know the figures, you gotta do the maths and so forth, so I don't believe you can get $1 million a month. I don't believe though, right? But your opposition weak now. Here, Latif, the opposition is weak because we are the opposition. We the people are the original opposition. Not them think that we don't call themselves the leader for us. We know all them as no leader for us. You understand me part now? So, them though, doing a set of stubbornness. Yeah, I talking to them for to fix the party. Why you feel I'm making this life, Latif? Because they gotta do what they gotta do. Because if they were doing what they gotta do, you and I, including you, Latif, could have been receiving a better portion of what's going on here right now. But they not shut them out and left everything for just run the same way they got run because the white man got a cap on them. But anyway, what was they talking about just now? Oh, critics and Jagdio's video, the interview. They interview. Me don't know what kind of interview. I don't know is though. The person said, Glenn Lal talk about $1 million a month, and so I don't believe the $1 million going to work out. At least you could get a 500,000 or something like that, right? Or probably you might get a little 200,000 or something. But if you give yourself a home receiving $200,000 a month, partner, I can tell you, and everybody on this broadcast can tell you, that hey, that would at least it would alleviate a lot of pressure, especially when it comes to your food bill, right? But here, from the same video, the for real, the fix. From the same video, Jack Diode did not address the fact that there's a lack of ring fencing, and the lack of ring fencing is causing a lot of losses. He didn't address that, not a bit. He said nothing about it because he knows to himself that because of the ring fencing that is not there, where the money is going. He knows. But the question is, hey man, Guyana get journalists part now. Don't say that. They get journalists. I watched another video with Ali this morning. They had a live and Nascimento. Nascimento telling the person that asking questions to find out the business of the affairs of this country. Respect the chair. With an authoritative voice. Respect the chair. You were telling you? Respect the chair. Respect the chair. That old Gizak. Imagine though, the woman is finding out what is really going on in the country, and he telling the woman to respect the chair. The woman is disrespecting the chair. The woman asking a question to find out what is going on. And Nascimento, respect the chair. I don't know why them just dead. Just go to bed and just dead. Or get sick and dead. And let this country here real develop. Let them old crass, them they say we just keep this country pressed, just dead. Alright, just get once whatever and just dead. Me no COVID no kill out to them. You understand? Because them too wicked. The youths them want freedom. The youths them want to live a better life. The youths them want to go on the white man rules and laws and white man wicked ways. The youths them want freedom. The youths them see and understand the schemes of the wicked West. And we want freedom. We don't want the stupidness going on there. Like people like Granger, that soon as he hear that they're assassinating he done all already. And also for save his life. He done all already and want to save his life. Run gun and duck and give up election just like that. All about yes, Jack Joe called for a recount because the first count showed that up new one. Jack Joe called for a recount. Granger run out, yeah man, give a recount. Next thing you know, they do up GCOM do a draft up a R60 that is unconstitutional because listen, any constitution has to be in parliament, go through parliament, pass a parliament, assent to a president, and at the moment in time, who was the president? Granger. None of that didn't happen, but guess what? Granger said, yeah man, do the recount. Next thing you know, the recount show a different figure. You just hear a word, they're going to assassinate you if you only stay in this post here. Run gun. Norton, oh, I am pro-business. Yes, I am for the business community. All the years the business community raping us. Left, right, and center. We will close and pull out with it out the mouth. With no cocaine, no anesthesia. And yet still, he pro-business people. You know, see the next oppression again, you going to put win if you see even the election. As far as me concerned, you going to left Jack Joe them and take a proper party inside there because he's a stubbornness. He's not ready for nothing yet. You understand? And man, you see, Apostle Nigel Landon is the man for the show. If I not like it, alright, good. Put Simone Brooms there. Put Simone Brooms there. Because Simone Brooms is a warrior from land. She done prove to the old Guyana and the diaspora that she's a warrior from land. She cares about the people, and I had personal experience with Granger and Simone Brooms. Yeah, telling you? And Granger, me can't trust you no more from the experience where I had to be. But I could trust Simone Brooms because I could tell you, when I was a worker at Qualfun, them time the place, the workmen coming out, no work hard, so I had to go Qualfun and get a look piece of work. When I reached at Qualfun and I started working, Simone Brooms came into Qualfund, assess the situation and say, hey, let me tell you something. You guys are going to treat these Guyanese workers them with respect, and you're going to give them what they earn. Whatever they earn, you're going to give it to them. You're going to treat them properly because she was Minister of Labor then. You know what Granger do? Granger moved Simona Brooms from there and put a wig back man. We forgot to rename. Come in and remember wig Linda. Put a wig back man for run things. Next thing you know, the country gone back straight back to the same chauvinist where all the foreign investors coming in and abusing the Guyanese people them. Yes, this is what Granger do. Me not forget because I was a part of it. I remember. I mean, I forget them thing. So, again, why are these people not addressing these things? Why are they not seeing what's going on in Niger? Why? Oh man, the EU head went across here and make one big speech about how we're gonna partner with you and training with you and all these things. Only when guess when she's talking about all these things now? No, when BRICS come into the settings in Africa, because South Africa is a part of BRICS, and as long as they start doing trade with BRICS, the US dollar is going to go down. So when the US dollar go down, trust me, it's going to get real terrible when you see this thing act up. Why it's going to get terrible? Because the value for the US dollar is going to go down. It simply means trading in certain parts of this world is going to be tight. And your own value for your dollar going to be terrible. For those countries that borrowing and all these things and so, oh jeez, yo. Don't talk about the inflation that's going to be attached to the same borrow. And we're borrowing. It's US dollar they're borrowing. So don't talk about the inflation that's going to be attached to it. You understand? So, the oil right now, there's a high demand for oil. A very high demand. So when demand go up, costs got to go up. But, what you hearing about the cost for our oil over here? Are we benefiting from the rising cost of the oil that is on the world market? The rising cost of the oil in the world market? Are we benefiting from it? You know, I hear nobody talking about these things. They're not talking about it because they don't care about it. They do not care what is going on about that because at the end of the day, their bread as well butter. I keep saying this. These politicians, both on the government and the opposition side, these politicians, bread will butter. Bread will butter. They don't have to pay for anything. And what they don't have to pay for, we have to pay for it. Plus, we got to pay for our own things. Yes. And here, even Ali talking about this morning in the same interview, in case not meant to Ali, but what? What we saying, but respect the chair. Within that same interview, you hear me? Ali making laugh out of people who on social media voicing their opinion because they are feeling the squeeze. Oh, where are the social media journalists? Now he making laugh out of social media journalists. He directly laughed his own vice president. His puppeteer. He laughed the man because what? That same man, Jagdio, went and do an interview with a social media journalist. Critics is a social media journalist. So, he making laugh for his own self because it's his master who had an interview with a social media journalist and he making laugh for social media journalists. Imagine that. Them might even get brains to think with them do. The mouth to open and talk and the brains are somewhere else. Because if you ain't thinking, you would have to realize to yourself, say, you know what happened? Hey, Jack Dio do an interview with a social media journalist and it's supposed to be, you know, we want it to be respected and it must look as though, you know, it's important and so forth. And because if it's important and so forth, we can't belittle no social media journalists, but no. They buy so dull in the thinking and they buy so small in the thinking, they buy to another. How many social media journalists there? Oh. Anyway, guys. Shalom, bro. You take care. I just dropped this short live here to bring you the update to let you see what is going on and have you be aware of what is going on, man, in generally, on a holistic view, because it is all interconnected. Remember, we're attached to the world trade market, so it's a global connection. All of us connected globally through the market, through the social media and other avenues. So I just bring you this short live to just make you aware. I hope you guys do the research for yourselves, and I'm encouraging you again, please view your discuss. View your discuss in whichever way. If you know to yourself you're afraid to come out to do a live, if you're seeing something, see something anyway, take out a picture, take out a video, send it to somebody who you know, like Mark Benchcup, myself, Apostle Nigel, whoever you know that is out here that got the belly for do these things, you send it to us. If you get the belly for stand up and talk for yourself, stand up and talk for yourself and let them know, say, hey, we are fed up. We fed up. We not able with this thing anymore. We don't want white man come and run we show. We are capable of running our own show, and if we're not, we know how to consult with others who are capable, that we respect, and they respect us, and they will get the job done. Anyway, guys, you do take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.